literary academic with inherited wealth and no one to share it with. A chuckle bubbles up inside me and echoes through the empty house as I think of the magic 8-ball you bought me for my 10th birthday, the one I demanded. You did not want to get it for me, believing that even children should not put faith in randomness, nor look for patterns in curls of smoke. Chaos holds no answers, you told me, a child of 9. Look for the answers to your questions in the structure of things, you told me. That's where meaning lies. And of course you were right, though you bought the magic 8-ball for me anyway after tears and the promise of more applied study. I promised to achieve, and you listened. I cannot help but imagine the forecast that long-discarded 8-ball might give me now, if I rolled it over and asked what tomorrow holds. Outlook, not so good. My chuckle deepens. But there's no point in being morbid, is there? Another sentiment you hammered home early. Besides, 34 is still young, right? You used to joke that mathematicians peaked at 21 while biologists peaked at 70. There was something in it about the predictability of numbers and the unpredictability of living things. Regardless, I have yet to peak in any sense. I looked down at the envelope again. A sign would be good. On it, your address, in cursive black, your name beneath my name. I turn over the thick envelope and slide a clear memorial service manicured thumbnail under the seal. It crackles open satisfyingly. More of you would be good. One more hug, one more minute. Something to sink my teeth into. I pull out the thick gauge paper and take in the sender's address. An address thousands of miles from England, from our lives, the humidity of the location written into the words themselves, transportative and optimistic. Clarence Mitfield and Booth, Suite 3610 to 13, Harbour Quay, Tortola, British Virgin Islands. For the attention of Miss Nina Lillian Hepworth. We would like to offer our deepest condolences following the sad news of your father, John Stanley Hepworth's recent passing. We are writing to advise you that, in accordance with his last will and testament, Clarence Mitfield and Booth have been appointed as estate executors for your late father's assets here in the Virgin Islands. We understand that the late Mr. Hepworth's UK assets are being overseen by Lansdowne Low, with his foreign assets being managed through Clarence Mitfield and Booth. We would like to advise you that we have successfully collected in the estate assets and ascertained and remunerated any outstanding debts prior to applying for probate, which is now complete. We thought you would like to know that in accordance with your father's will, you are now the sole beneficiary and have been bequeathed property, a 3-bedroom beachfront estate, Pond Bay, Gorda, British Virgin Islands. When I look up from rereading the letter, the light outside has faded and the empty sitting room is lit only by the bare bulb in the socket above me. My father never even visited the Caribbean. I wanted a sign, and I got one. Chapter 2. Nina. Neither the letter from Clarence Mitfield and Booth nor the existence of this new house make immediate sense to me. My father was not a holiday home sort of man. The very idea of him sitting shirtless in shorts on a sunbed is beyond the scope of my imagination. To say my father was a cerebral man would be an understatement. So a house, thousands of miles from the autumnal chill of London, bathed in sunlight and vivid Caribbean hues, does not sit quite right. The only reason I can imagine him ever requiring a house overseas would be if he had work out there. But he didn't, at least to my knowledge. I briefly call his UK solicitor. They too have received the correspondence and vouch for the authenticity of the firm. Whatever this house is, it is real. I dial the long international number at the base of the letter, the elongated purr of a foreign ringtone reminding me that a time difference might hamper me. But just as the thought arrives, so does a crisp Caribbean voice. A woman who promptly transfers me to another voice, this one older, male, American. Miss Hepworth, we've been expecting your call. James Booth. I'm currently handling your case, he tells me with such a calm quotidian tone that I have to remind myself of this.